of teams in North America have dropped playing double controller on this map. No one plays Viper here anymore.
Yeah.
Apart from 100 Thieves, they're going to bring it back for one big ride, seeing if they can upset FaZe's map pick.
You can see very different approaches, I imagine, as well to these attack side rounds for both of these teams at the composition they're playing. Neon, pretty used to seeing being these days.
And, yeah, taking a look here at some old footage.
This is the match itself, but this is the final. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Refresh the UI.
Okay, there we go.
And now it's going to be a bit up to date at some point.
Already, FaZe have taken some tunnel control here. And you've got the Chamber being able to defend over on A.
Well, I can feel your brain. The
I know, my brain really is.
You're like, you can tell when you're thinking because you're leaning so far into the monitor. And we're really making you work for it. You're like a chess grandmaster. You're going to be burning 6,000 calories.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest things that's confusing me here is that it's not the same comp for 100 Thieves. So that's what's really made the brain swivel around. But here's BabyBay getting their way into A site right now, pushing up, taking some tower control away. When you look at the comps as they actually are, it is not the same map, not the same comp that's going to be pulled out here for 100 Thieves. It is kind of
standard fracture comp, what they play.
Yeah, a standard fracture comp. With Will playing the chamber, Asna back on Raze, Stella retaking tower control away from FaZe.
Bit of speed being placed once more. There we go, 100 Thieves finding the marks, but now the dicey slide off angle has to find the shots, but with the wall going up anyway, it's futile. Stella locks himself in a prison of his own making. Yeah, secures that one. Break it. It's like, guys, I don't want the auto.
Yeah, he's giving it to somebody else.
I mean, bang. Still 2 points.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be trying to put that Brimstone online as quickly as possible.
There we go.
And FaZe win a pistol round. So this was massive for them. So FaZe winning the pistol in Split's second half was what powered the ability for the comeback entirely.
Yeah.
Had FaZe won both of those pistols, I think there is no chance at all that 100 Thieves would have been able to come back from that 9-3 deficit.
But this time around, 100 Thieves.
FaZe with the force.
Yeah, FaZe with the force. 100 Thieves coming off. Great start for them. You never know what to make of these FaZe forces.
Yeah, they tried it a ton against EG. I mean, they were just going for it all the time.
Yeah, and certainly got the money for it.
A lot of the time, it wasn't working out as well.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly, most of the time. You can see it's a 4-1 split from them just contacting into Dish. Some sort of read that they will be fighting for this one early enough. Knife comes through, especially that fast lane and the stuns, all supplemented together to try and take fast control of the site.
Done a fair old chunk of damage there over to Poised. And they don't have A Hall's control. There is going to be a really late lurk coming through from Dicey and A Main, and they fend off Asuna.
Yeah, shots coming through now. The players swarming out onto the site. 100 Thieves have to be aware of this one. Drop being contained, it's all up to Bang. Left alone. The 1v3 now. BabyBay is weak enough that there you go. Quick flick of the wrist. He didn't even need the headshot. Single point of damage would have done the job.
And that Molly is fantastic.
Molly dropped down. Smoke as well. Surely not. He's just going to start now. Sticking it. Has to be aware. The bullets flying towards him. The headhunter player right up close. He's already got half. It's all down to Dicey. He has to find it. And the spam does it.
The spam with the classic.
Whips it out. Finds the head.
Just an absurd beginning to this map. To have FaZe be so successful on their force. I mean, the wild thing there too is that the economy is just going to be all over the place now for the beginning of this map. But yeah, FaZe, they had a great setup for the 1v3. Apart from perhaps you could argue BabyBay shouldn't be facing with 1 HP, but the way that Bang sliced them up there was masterful. And it came down to some wild spam through a smoke.
Yeah. The timings to take, and you're right, Josh, the money is so odd. A couple of players from FaZe forcing into this one. After they lost their guns in the follow-up round. Now the fast lane once more dropped across the site, and these execs, this is where the Neon comps, they really shine.
Yeah. Full execing into Fracture is very powerful. Awkward positions to play.
Last clear. Fly was facing away, dodges the flash again. I didn't mean to interrupt your train of thought there.
No, I'm just taking a look at this and seeing whether it could get dangerous, but frankly, it looks like FaZe have got it all locked up. Full Halls control, 2 players in sand only with classics in their hand.
Yeah.
And this flank, I mean, Fly is just watching it too.
Should be a clean one for them, but the stun rips across, actually does connect onto a couple of the targets. Bang! Do a bit more damage potentially, but 3 players surviving there. Round once more for FaZe.
Now, 100 Thieves are actually going to be posed with the tactical question really early on in the half. How do we stop FaZe from taking a control? And they've proven so far in only 3 rounds that FaZe can run the exec with Dish and they can run the exec with Halls.
Yeah.
It is very difficult as the defending team to hold on to both of those areas of the map. And so trying to preempt where they're coming from when FaZe are just contacting up towards their exec point, that's going to be difficult. One of the advantages here, though, is that 100 Thieves have Bang's ultimate online. Able to get a ton of kills in these priors, got the defuse in one of the rounds as well.
Makes it much easier for retakes as well.
That knife, though, did not catch him in heaven.
No way. Rolling Thunder sent straight up into Jenny. Stella's being caught by it. Bang tries to swing out on top of the tower, seeing if he can help the rest of his team. They knew the aggression was coming through, and they get that first kill. Slow orb pieces them away. A bit of random spam. Baby and Poise have been brought down so low in the midst of all of this. But a spike is going to start to go down, or is it?
Spike down, B.
Fade straight into the back of it. Finds it once more with Poised falling now to 4v4, and pressure is still being applied.
Oh, there's still fantastic positions. Dicey, with a kill onto Will, wins the chamber head-to-head. FaZe post-plant positions are fantastic here. 100 Thieves needed to get the kill on another player as they were planting, but it's Superman to respond. And they just drag this round, kicking and screaming into an advantage situation for them.
Stun, flash, Dicey pushed away. So difficult for Derek to win. The crossfires, the angles. Josh, you set it up perfectly.
Trying to retake when they control Arcade and Tree is almost impossible.
Yeah.
As the defending
when Dicey's
team,
got the tour de force in his hands from Tree, that crossfire, you can't win it.
The only win condition there for 100 Thieves was to keep denying the spike plant and put more and more pressure on these players holding post-plant positions before the spike is planted. Because that's what FaZe did. They instantly went into their post-plant spots. And that's why on Fracture, defensive aggression is so good. If you can push out of the A site and take bridge or take tree, those are amazing positions for you to retake from. I imagine that's what FaZe are going to be doing with their Neon Com. 100 Thieves go back into another defensive round where they've lost Hall's control instantly.
Yeah. It's a difficult puzzle, I think, for 100 Thieves to try and pass their way through. And they're running the Sage. It's a little bit slower, honestly, in terms of the way that you can approach and take that aggressive map control on the defense side of things. And they are just willing to give a lot of space to them. But now there's that null command popped off. The slow orb stops them for but a moment. Stun ripped across the site. And now you see it. Coupled up. The Brimalt dropped down. Asuna just could not run anywhere. Ends up getting chunked down in the process, just trying to evacuate, find their way back to the spawn.
And for 100 Thieves, the question is, how much utility do you want to invest in something like this? Dicey picks up 2. No problems whatsoever. FaZe in complete control. And 100 Thieves are going to need to adjust something for these upcoming rounds.
Yeah, someone's got to shift here.
Having dedicated site anchors that are able to play into Baby Bay has got to be one of the options that they consider.
Dodging, juking. I mean, Baby's making a mockery of this man. He's going for the knife kill at the end. The rest of his team is like, listen, we're not taking any chances. Not with the tour de force out. I'm going to go for the kill with the rifles, man, but you see the disrespect, the friendly banter between these two teams, scrim partners. Of course, I mean, the rivalries, they stretch deep as well. You got Dicey and Asuna, former teammates, playing against one another.
You've got Derek playing against Superman and Poised, former teammates as well.
The Rised Core, who could forget?
And these are the first times that these teams and players are playing against each other. FaZe and 100 Thieves have been scrim partners. You heard it from Baby Bay when he was discussing it. But they haven't played matches against each other. The last time these two rosters, or rather two teams, played against each other, there was only Asuna and Baby Bay playing on their respective orgs.
Yeah.
Other than that, both teams have made massive roster moves. And I think 100 Thieves are going to need to make massive strategical moves as well heading into this round. They're going to have weapons in their hand. They need to be able to fight over Hall's control, I think. Or at least be able to take some portion of the map away from FaZe so that they can play retakes successfully.
Yeah, I think you'll find it harder with their composition. Honestly, though, Hall's control might be the play what you were talking about. Maybe set up so Stella gets a deep wall in there once you take it. You don't have to worry about the mid-rounding as much.
Sure. They also haven't really had a round thus far where Derek and Asuna fight aggressively over A-Halls. And Asuna has his showstopper to work with now.
We'll see. While all this is going on, the timeout's taken. Everyone on FaZe making their way up to the top bridge, north side. split up in their approach of which areas of the map they want to try and take. You can see just trying to hold and work their way into positions, maybe expecting aggression from 100 Thieves after that timeout. I see this is so risky.
There's a knife over by Dish. Oh my word.
What?
That's just an absurd push through the smoke. Absurd. And now Bang's got such a task here of trying to flush this out and figure out whether it's real. It is. Superman's there as well.
Cross being held. 100 Thieves.
FaZe are just winning things everywhere. They've broken the trademark over by Dish. 100 Thieves think that it's some kind of B hit. And they're going to be so far away from this post plant.
Yeah, working their way all the way around. They realize, okay, we cleared through halls, but the rest of the team apparently just holding up top of Dish. Free take for FaZe. They didn't even need to invest that utility, not that they knew that.
And this is yet another round where 100 Thieves don't feel like they're in a good position to use ults. I guess there's potential to go for a Rolling Thunder showstopper retake here, but it would be a major investment in a 3v5. You're probably just throwing the ults away.
He's just not afraid to take the angle, is he, Dicey? Posted up, everything being chucked at him, including the kitchen sink, but now left alone is just Asuna. Glides to the side, not enough to break the crosshair placement of two of the players holding the different angles.
It's not looking good for 100 Thieves. They are losing out on every opening engagement. To start things off there, even had those kills not come through at Arcade, even if Stella had not been punished going aggressive like this, FaZe already had Dish control and had forced 100 Thieves to play aggressive in halls.
Yeah.
So they were planning on playing retake A anyway. But if you're playing retake on one side of the map, you can't afford to lose people on the other. Not that you can particularly blame Stella for that one. It was a bold and perfectly timed peek from Dicey with his op. There are so many ults on the board for 100 Thieves, but they just have never been in position to use them.
I mean, they're leaning. They've got a setup with Derek and Asuna, and they're kind of set up for it, honestly. A showstopper engage into halls if it gets contested. But it's just not. It's been given up.
And Bang is playing anchor positions with his ultimate that's amazing to deny the plans. Could he find the timing here?
Does he want to pre-fire this? Slight angle there. Expecting anything. Oh my goodness. Just playing in it for but a moment. Does he even know that all these players are grouped up? With the halls push on the other side of the map, he now has to be aware. Slow up, dropping them in their sights. He does not connect the shots though. Still, Stella gets a bit of a cleanup as the damage was done prior to it, but Dicey, he just re-swings into it. He clears the approach. No pincer in play for 100 Thieves on that half buy. They try and take some risks to see if they can find the advantage, but now it's FaZe leading still 6-1 here. These attack rounds, they're finding so much value.
You can't judge them by the ecos, 100 Thieves, but when they've had guns in their hands, they've still been ineffective. I think the way that the prior gun round went down with Stella and Bang dying as the B site anchors instantly was not optimal. But 100 Thieves have been letting these site execs come through far too easily. Will now is going to pick up the operator, who very rarely does this on defense. He's watching over by Dish. Seems like a really successful counter to the way that FaZe are contacting through that area of the map. But it's not where FaZe are playing this time. And there's no pressure halls as well. It's a very passive halls hold from both Derek and Asuna, though they have fantastic ults to actually fight it.
Very far back. Dicey's just watching it. As the door opens up, he knows the perfect timing to take the shot.
And this aggro op by Dicey is just finding far too much value. They're giving him too much respect in halls. He finds an insane timing by Arcade. Give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Asuna gets rezzed, and now this is going to be a B hit. The players from 100 Thieves are on the retake, again without controlling any other area of the map.
Damage being done, flyers brought down.
They have awesome ults to deny this plant, but they can't use any of them because of the null command.
No command.
FaZe need the spike down quick though.
Plant start to come through, there's the showstopper now as it all fades! Asuna! He connects onto the two, but do they know the Superman is there? The reset, Bang swings through, eventually collects that trade. Now just up to poised. One more player left standing between him, but still a safe hands. The two eventually win it in the retake.
It's a good round for 100 Thieves. It gets them onto the board again. 2-6 going to be the score. But Brent, I don't think that's replicable.
I mean, how many rounds are they going to have a showstopper in?
And a Brim ultimate that they can use. And FaZe allowed them... FaZe were too slow to get the spike down, basically. When you pop the null command like that, you're pushing 100 Thieves out of the site, stopping them from using their abilities. The idea is you get the spike plant down as the null command is going.
Yeah.
And they were late. I mean, they had just planted there, so Asuna gets a 2k. While it is a very good round for 100 Thieves to get, I don't see how they can pull off that same strat again.
Winning that round as well off the back, they're going to lose that losing bonus. Into the money they're getting. Half armor now for the 100 Thieves players. And the disrespect from FaZe once again being shown. Stuns the knife, taking space nice and quickly, Baby Bay.
I mean, Will jumping there, only 85 health to his name, and Asuna finally picks up a first kill.
That's what you want to see if you're 100 Thieves, but it's immediately answered back. That's just the tour de force. Dicey, he takes liberties with him, man.
It's working so well. He pushes onto the angle from Arcade, picks up a kill, and it's a good crunch. I like the retake of Halls. It's a good decision by 100 Thieves. They're not going to overpush, though. They wait to collect the B here. Dicey's aggro up again. The tour de force is just doing too much work.
They just contact in. They contact all the way in. There's no knowledge to be gained. Bang. Presumably making the core, but not even the brim or the orbital strike. Clear him and out. It's FaZe showing respect to their opponents. Derek left in that 1v2, denied the opportunity to even fire a shot.
And Dicey is coming alive. The amount of first kills Dicey gets is just
19 and 3.
It's just astounding.
He's 19 and 3.
I mean, that's nearly 2 kills per round. In fact, it's more than 2 kills per round every time. It's just absurd. And it's also the positions that he's getting these kills in. While the rest of his team distracts, throwing a lot of utility, being aggressive, Baby Bay's really obvious. You know where Baby Bay is on the map.
Yeah.
You do not know where Dicey is. He's quietly walking into areas. Contacting in, up, out. And he's picking up kill after kill. This time, though, chooses not to invest. He's got a Vandal in his hand. Arguably better against the eco that 100 Thieves are scrappily trying to get anything on the board with.
And it is a contact. Just slowly creeping over those ropes. Bebe's the one who's holding down this angle. The 4-1 split. And it's just to the side. Catches it, but it's actually 100 Thieves. The first kill goes their way. A rifle now in the hands of Asuna.
Yeah, pretty awkward angle that Baby Bay's holding, but FaZe are going to make the right decision off the back of it. Quickly, reactively take the A site. They took an orb onto Flyer as well, so he has his fault line. Sorry, the Rolling Thunder available.
Counter flash as well, not a nade. 100 Thieves trying to apply that pressure. Asuna obviously crouched behind this box, though. Are they going to expect this kind of angle? It is there with the trade. Will takes him out. Exchange of hands. They can't quite grab onto that rifle, though. And still the spike is not down.
Icy's looking to reposition and play an aggressive spot as Flyer gets the spike plant.
There?
Oh, he doesn't quite know. But the sand position is still going to be great for him to play off Flyer.
Yeah. They've got great angles off of each other here. And Flyer with that collection, with that kill. Oh, it's just all up to Stella. Positions known. Dicey holds it down. Even just sat in the slow orb. The full confidence knowing he can hit the shot.
And 100 Thieves unable to win another eco round. You're not favored in any of these situations. You know, people normally win about, or teams normally win about 15% of your eco rounds.
Yeah.
But 100 Thieves have very consistently not been able to get them on the board. Not that it hurt them too badly in map 1. They were able to make a magnificent comeback. But is that really going to be the case again? Is that what 100 Thieves are relying on? When FaZe was so good on their defense side as well. Dicey sat at 21 and 3. He's just pulling 100 Thieves to pieces.
And even if you know the fast play is coming, it's another thing to stop it entirely. Baby Bay, just to disrespect what's more being shown. Run straight into Stella, slow up, drop down, but the players are already scaling in. The flash is there. Boys tries to answer back with one of his own. The teammates now just retaking control of Sand. Dicey, though, gonna be ripping off a head or two of his own. Superman in position. Be able to get that spike down with horse control still held by Dicey. They have a crossfire available now in the post plant.
Will and Bang both approaching from the same position. Smoked off.
Oh.
Dicey loves pushing through smokes like that.
It's not being watched. Will's cautious. He thinks there might be a player on the side. Do they have anything to work with? It's a double drop down. They swing through into the smokes. It's all now up to Bang versus Superman. And it's a bit of that brimmy differential. Starting to come alive, the 3 kills. in the round for him. That's the 9th round on the board for FaZe.
Absolute destruction on map 2. For 100 Thieves fans, you better pray this 9-3 curse works again. You better pray.
So they can get the 3rd.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's going to be a cobbled together buy once more. Will used his tour de force in the prior. Going to be able to get another op in his hands, but it's just brutal for everyone else.
In the 11 rounds we've watched, the spike has been planted every single time by FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, that is... you can tell just by watching. 100 Thieves have had no resistance. No successful anchoring of the sites.
Just hasn't been stopped.
And this composition is deadly when it comes to these executes.
FaZe is so confident.
Yeah.
Showstopper, Asna gets stopped by the trademark. Okay, Dicey.
That's a surprising kill. You know, usually if your chamber is there, they're going to have the rendezvous and be able to escape. How does Will not find one off that?
A bit robbed, honestly, but Poise gets legged. And out of Brimalt, it's perfectly placed. Can they collect it with a bit of spam? And just about grabbing a couple of stray bullets, but now the counter. Orbital Strike is used once more. It pushes them out of arcade. A flurry of ultimates exchanged, and now a fight right into the tunnel system. Baby gets 2!
That cannot be allowed to happen. Baby Bay collects onto Asuna. Derek knows he's coming, and it's just not enough. Poor weaponry ended up making the difference there. And now these players, or at least the spike, is going to be coming back over to Stella like a little gift.
Okay. Just holding the slight angle. Spike's been dropped now as well. Baby making all the noise in the world. The position was known. In fact, Stella now healed back up.
And there's 30 seconds left. Flyer is also going to be gifted one. Things are getting into chaotic situations.
Spike is down and you're holding for these. Still, FaZe now in a 2v1.
It's all about the time.
He's got the res. 17 seconds. Spike has dropped down. The quick little jiggle. He finds it. That's an instantaneous res. And they got to know where Flyer's position is. Killed the player prior. 10 seconds left. He can't really win this, can he?
Can't get there in time. Red Bull clutch comes out. 100 Thieves being able to win thanks to Stella collecting the spike, getting the res, playing the time.
Weird round.
But they are going to have to pull off another insane comeback to finish this series 2-0.
Yeah. Red Bull clutch to finish that half. 9-3 being the scoreline. Let's see, I mean, 100 Thieves, if they've shown that mental resilience to be able to come back. We just saw it on map 1. Question is, can they do it a second time in a row to close out this series, or is it just going to be FaZe Clan collecting it up and going to that map 3? I mean, the series isn't over. I don't know why we're showing our faces. I'm casual. I'm laissez-faire at my approach. I'm just leaning against the wall. We're going to go to a short break. Nice little 2-minute one, I believe, as well, as we go to the other side of the house. So we'll see you in just a few. Well, Well, back from that break, we start to see as the 100 Thieves come back mountable once more. As a FaZe going to be running away with Fracture, taking us to that third decider map of Icebox. Everything on the line here, Josh. The first game of the day when it comes to the playoffs as well. The first game of our North American playoffs.
It's the exact same situation as map 1, except the sides are flipped. 100 Thieves now need to do it on their attack half. And this pistol round, at risk of sounding completely obvious, it is necessary. 100 Thieves won the first pistol. FaZe immediately forced back in their faces.
Contact play. The utilities drop down. Smoke for a smoke is answered, but they're just working their way through the tunnels.
And FaZe are pushing out Dish. This is something that's very different in terms of these teams with their approach to their defense side. FaZe being extremely proactive here, getting the information that there's nobody about to split A, at least from the north. Though it does look a little uncoordinated in terms of where the trademark is positioned. If Dicey had popped that down over towards Halls, they'd now have some more info that A had been given up.
They've already cleared through sand. What's the point of the trademark? But
one of the good parts about this is that FaZe are going to have good positions for the retake. They're going to be able to push from spawn. They're going to be able to push from both spawns, in fact.
Over the ropes, trademark's destroyed. 2 players lining up for it. Derek now on pressure. He has to come up with something big, but the dash across, how do you even aim for that?
Impossible to deal with this, and now you see the value of retaking from many different positions. Boys just runs his way in.
Just being swarmed. It's going to take a miracle for Will to just try and rattle off the shots and find their marks. And FaZe, they win the pistol round. The evolution of FaZe over the course of Stage 2 has been nothing short of amazing, honestly. This is a team that weren't putting up the biggest numbers. They went off to a horrible start, 0-2 in their group, yet now look at this. I mean, winning out these pistol rounds. Prime Gaming flawless to set them up nicely on this pistol.
Yep, a fantastic start to the second half, and they've already put themselves in a winning position. Look at how difficult this is to deal with. I mean, how does Derek possibly deal with a Neon sliding past him and then a Headhunter in his face?
Yeah.
And this is the value of taking map control on defense here. Even if you give up a site, playing retake becomes so much easier, and that's what FaZe love to do. We saw it on Split in their defensive half, winning retake after retake by pushing out the extremities, by clearing mid and flanking on the retake. And 100 Thieves are forced to force. They have no choice in this matter. They're down 3-10 on their opponent's map pick.
Necessary purchase for 100 Thieves. And they are just waiting, biding their time. Slow default for them. The trademark placed down into halls as well, just in case there's a push attempt that comes from that particular area.
100 Thieves have taken Arcade off the back of just a single fault line. So Superman's lost a lot of info on this side of the map.
Flash comes through, though. They are all lined up. Fly there, ready and waiting. And the force just comes crumbling down. It's all up to Will. 3 shots in play, but Dicey ready and waiting. The help of Poise as well. They were easily able to collect up that one.
What a play. What a spray down. The dodge on the flash, too.
All lined up.
Nothing is going well for 100 Thieves.
Nope.
The contact plays from FaZe in the first half were all leading to 100 Thieves falling, despite being advantaged in a number of those situations. And FaZe have just destroyed their economy.
I mean, what is even the play here for 100 Thieves? What is even the play, man?
It is an unbelievable mountain to climb. A 9-3 comeback with a win in the pistol, sure, doable. A 9-3 win when you lose, a 9-3 loss, sorry, when you lose the pistol, and then the force buy coming out afterwards.
And then you lose that one, and then your economy's tumbling.
Essentially impossible. They need to rely on, I think, Will essentially hitting some crazy shots with his Headhunter. It's the only weapon that holds a candle to what FaZe have got.
Yeah. Honestly, risky plays might be in order, honestly. That's probably why you're seeing this contact by 100 Thieves, just hoping that a player wanders into their line of sight. But FaZe doubled up. In tower, confidence to try and take these fights as well. It can be punished. In fact, you're seeing it in action once more. Superman taking a ton of damage in the works. Just trying to defend that tower position, but Asuna with a double satchel play. Frenzy as well. Bangs regain control of Tree, and suddenly it's been turned around.
Dicey's, Baby, sorry, has an incredible timing here. He's so fast on the Neon, just pushing up.
That's I love the proactivity. 100 Thieves. They don't let Baby set up there with the stun being ripped across into tower.
And 100 Thieves are going to be allowed one last lifeline unless Dicey can pluck it away from them. He's currently sat at something like 25 kills in 14, 15 rounds. This would be a true dagger to the heart.
Jiggle. Tap at a spike, just try and bait out the positioning because Dicey is just so unaware. Hard round for him to win, but one on the board for 100 Thieves. Still FaZe are in a more than comfortable position.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like a retake until you get, within touching distance, a couple of gun rounds, a couple of eco rounds. They need a lot more. But having said that, FaZe have now been knocked into a weird position with their economy. Having lost an eco round just after
Dicey
beating the force by. Yeah,
he bought into it with the Vandal in play. It is odd. How do they work around the money? It seems like just a half buy in order.
Yeah.
FaZe going to take this one. So 100 Thieves now. If there is a chance of the comeback, you can't fumble this one.
No, it has to start here. One of their key factors to being able to win the eco before was Asuna getting the jump on someone. Just a completely unexpected timing as he launched himself through tower with a blast pack. Finding the jump on the FaZe players is going to be crucial.
Yeah, poking and prodding for the positioning. You can see it's time though. Footsteps making it loud and clear that 100 Thieves are just trying to assault that B site. Get a good position in play as well with the Sage Wall cutting up across Generator. It'll be hard to try and chew through that one when FaZe are trying to play the retake.
Derek to the Gold Orb, got his Rolling Thunder online, but he's hoping to both survive and not have to use it this time around. For FaZe, any damage is good damage.
Yeah.
You want to keep the 100 Thieves economy humble to stop some kind of snowball happening.
Keep it honest. Definitely would love for that. But should be nice and easy for them, as I say that. Bull's head's going to get torn off, that the swings are in play. Good to see that 100 Thieves haven't lost their confidence.
There.
They are all going to be able to evacuate as well. No exit kills here to damage the 100 Thieves economy too badly. And they're going to come into this next round with the Rolling Thunder and Will with a Tour de Force.
Yeah.
We saw Dicey's attack operator and attack Tour de Force finding insane value. Can Will do anything similar?
Just ridiculous work.
This is a team, 100 Thieves, that never buy an attack op. So when they have the Tour de Force, it's a very different look for the team. It's not something that they practice or ever invest the money into doing. But Will has an opportunity here to make some magic happen. Dicey has the economy to be able to purchase his own.
Just poised to board it for him.
And he's going to be looking towards tree. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be contesting him that kind of position. As 100 Thieves set up for some kind of A split. But the knife finds information on both Asuna and Stella.
Every single round at this point is grueling for 100 Thieves. You don't have much of a buffer. FaZe only need to win the 2 rounds, and that can happen at a moment's notice.
They know
enough when you've got the guns.
They know there are 3 players here. They know it's Neon, KO, Brimstone. There's the attack op, finding the opening kill.
Good start indeed. Smoke blocking off the angle now. But is the disrespect going to be shown? It's FaZe this time, pushing up into it. Trying to find the angle. Will aware. Headhunter pulled out, catches the one. In fact, the second player, Poise, was trying to help him out, supplement him by playing off to the side of things. He gets removed as well.
And that's a really clean round. If 100 Thieves can start putting more of these on the board, FaZe are going to be in a bit of a problem. But it's a long road yet.
It's a long road.
It really is. But this one was flawless. I mean, the execution was perfect. 100 Thieves were running a bit of a default, leaning towards the A site. They realized that there was 3 players over towards Dish. They saw the smoke, they saw the knife, they saw the neon there as well. The stun. And so they took space in halls in order to get that opening kill, in order to get a bit of a punish. Now Dicey's given away his position, and they should want to try and take the op out of his hands. Every kill they give over to FaZe here, though, is useful. It's beneficial. It takes Flyer and Dicey closer to their ults.
Not the end of the world for 100 Thieves when it comes to the bank. Looking with a lot of money, but Dicey goes down there. Okay, not going to have the op, but the kills he got, he's got the Tour de Force.
Exactly. 1 kill, 1 death, he gets the Tour de Force online. And the rifle that Flyer has kept, they might be able to force around this. FaZe have a lot of good ultimates. Now, if you're ever going to force a round and take a bit of a gamble at getting yourself over to map point,
It would be now.
it would be now.
Yeah, they've gone for a bit of a different approach, yeah. So Dicey, he has that ultimate tour de force, 2 rifles as well alongside them.
So it's going to be like a dangerous half-buy.
No armor for a lot of players. They've been poised working with Zero.
It's another round where Dicey takes his op, takes his tour de force on a walkover by tree and doesn't see anything.
You have to be so disciplined if you're 100 Thieves. You don't want to peer into a slight angle that Dicey could potentially be holding. That's a double satchel off to the side! Flick of the wrist though and a quick scope. That's enough to catch the kill. Asna will fall, but they do go 1 for 1.
And Dicey manages to escape there. Still has a couple of shots left in the tour de force.
Trying to bait the ult.
Yeah.
Top of the plant. The orbital strike. They thought it was a bit closer than that one, so Bang will be relatively healthy, all things considered.
Yeah, nice work breaking that one out. And the punish on Dicey, again, good for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, that's really good.
Flyer could be the man to change this around, though.
Committing the ults into this one. Rolling Thunder. That is on to Derek up top. Stella gets cleared out. More than dangerous now. Will, he's trying to hold that cross, but the players are already deep onto the side. Still, the stun is there. Overdrive now, Baby Bay. Ultimate in hands, but the swing will just about finds it. Oh,
Dangerous.
Precarious. That is so precarious.
Very dangerous for both teams there. And that's FaZe on a bit of a light buy in a position where they really could have made some serious damage happen. The opening engagement from Asuna, you're expecting Dicey to die. When he misses the first shot with the tour de force, surely Asuna gets it, but...
Nah, that ult is crazy.
It really is.
That ultimate is crazy.
And he's managed to cycle these around so he has enough money for another operator. Now, he's been going tree. The majority of these rounds he has an op, and he hasn't seen anybody. So now Dicey swaps up his position. Going to be playing halls off the back of a fault line. And there's aggression at tree. The area that FaZe think they can take for free, but Will is here. How does he win that?
A flick from Baby Babe, but still Asuna. He's fast of it. He tries to take the space rapidly when he knows that B main push is coming down. The FaZe positions that they've got anchored up. The corner's not being cleared. Still, it's chaos. Ripped across. The fragment nades into the corner. Derek with nowhere to run. Bang, holding it down, but Dicey finds his mark anyway.
And that's a chaotic round. FaZe relying on Baby Bay there thoroughly. How does he get the entry towards tree, clearing the left corner at the very final moment, and then takes a sneaky position on site, dodging,
it's all over the place.
Dodging an ultimate, picking up a free kill on Stella. Madness, but FaZe love to thrive in the madness. The chaos is where they reign.
Now one more round away from taking this map, bringing it to that map number 3. Our first match of the North American playoffs.
Already going 3. We haven't had very many of those. There's still been a ton of parity in North America. This is, in some sense, expected.
Yeah, the possibility is there.
Dicey once more going to be taking his operator towards the A-Hall's position. He was able to dictate so much of the pace on their attack side by choosing which areas of the map he explored. He kind of is reliant on 100 Thieves pushing into him to have impact on defense.
Yeah. 100 Thieves are playing us with a decent amount of discipline as well.
Okay, the flash pushes him off. I thought the 100 Thieves players were just going to walk in there.
There's also, what we didn't see was a jiggle peek up from Dish, just maybe expecting Dicey to be playing on top of a box, looking all the way down our sight line, but the door is opened up. Dicey gets given that one free sight line as the player was just walking past. Will didn't expect it really, did he? Still the double dash through. Asuna wants to lead the charge for his team. Wall in play! Tries to take the wide swing. It's going to be an instantaneous res though. 4v4 for them, but Baby got something to say about it. Comes down, fast lane to rip across halls. Spike is dropped down. 100 Thieves, they need to fight over this one too. And nail the reset is there. And around. That's enough to secure it. FaZe going to be winning that one. That's a 13-7.